Welcome to Morningstar Care Services Corp. You know, as a neurosurgeon, I've seen firsthand the complexities of the brain, and dementia is one of the most challenging conditions families face. It affects not only the individual, but everyone around them. One of the biggest hurdles is communication. It can be incredibly frustrating for both sides, but it doesn't have to be. Today we're sharing simple, effective tips on how to communicate with loved ones living with dementia. Remember, behind the diagnosis, there's a person with a history, a lifetime of experiences, and a heart that still feels. Clear, compassionate communication can make a big difference, reducing anxiety, building trust, and fostering connection. These techniques aren't just about getting information across, they're about preserving dignity and showing love. We'll delve into practical advice, backed by both science and compassion, that you can implement right away. Let's make sure our loved ones feel heard, understood, and above all, loved. We all know communication can be frustrating at times, even with those closest to us. Now imagine the challenges when someone you love is living with dementia. Their world can feel confusing and disorienting. That's why it's crucial that you, as their caregiver or loved one, become an anchor of calmness and patience. Think of it this way: their brain is processing information differently. It's not about them being difficult, it's about their reality being different. So when you approach them, do so with a gentle demeanor. Speak slowly and clearly, allowing pauses for them to process what you're saying. Remember, rushing the conversation will only lead to more frustration for both of you. If they don't respond right away, don't interrupt. Give them the time they need to find the words. Sometimes a gentle touch on the arm or a warm smile can bridge the communication gap more effectively than words. Think back to a time when you felt overwhelmed or confused. Didn't a calm, patient presence make you feel more at ease? That's the power you hold in these interactions. By approaching them with empathy and understanding, you're creating a safe space for them to communicate to the best of their ability. And remember, patience isn't just about waiting. It's about approaching the situation with love and compassion, even when it's hard. It's about recognizing that their struggles are real and that your patience can make all the difference in their world. It's about showing them that even in the face of this disease, they are loved, valued, and understood. And that's a powerful message to convey. When communicating with someone with dementia, imagine you're having a conversation with a dear friend who speaks a different language. You wouldn't use complex jargon or convoluted sentences, would you? The same principle applies here. Their ability to process complex language may be impaired, so keep your sentences short, your words simple, and your tone gentle. Instead of saying, "Would you like to put on the sweater Grandma knitted for you?" Try, "Let's put on this warm sweater." Avoid asking open-ended questions like, "What do you want to do today?" This can be overwhelming. Instead, offer concrete choices. "Would you like to go for a walk or read a book?" Remember, it's not about talking down to them. It's about meeting them where they are cognitively. By using clear, concise language, you're making it easier for them to understand and respond. And when you see that glimmer of understanding in their eyes, that moment of connection makes all the difference. It's a reminder that even amidst the challenges of dementia, communication, real, meaningful communication, is still possible. It just takes a little adjustment on our part, a shift in our approach. And the rewards, those precious moments of connection, are well worth the effort. We often underestimate the power of nonverbal communication, especially when words become difficult. When communicating with a loved one with dementia, eye contact and body language can speak volumes. Imagine someone speaking to you without ever making eye contact. It can feel impersonal, even dismissive. The same goes for individuals with dementia. By facing them directly, making gentle eye contact, and offering a warm smile, you're conveying a sense of presence and attentiveness. Think of it as building a bridge of understanding. Your body language becomes a powerful tool to convey emotions and intentions. Use gestures to illustrate your words. If you're talking about going for a walk, mimic the action of walking. If you're offering them a cup of tea, gesture towards it with an inviting smile. These nonverbal cues can help them grasp the meaning, even if they're struggling with the words themselves. It's about tapping into a more primal form of communication, one that transcends the limitations of language. And as you engage in this nonverbal dance of communication, you'll find that it deepens your connection and fosters a sense of trust and understanding. It's a beautiful reminder that even in the face of cognitive decline, human connection remains a powerful force. One of the hardest things to remember when communicating with someone with dementia is that their reality may be different from yours. They might recall events differently, confuse times and places, or even forget things that happened just moments ago. In these moments, it's crucial to remember, avoid arguing or correcting them. I know it can be incredibly difficult. You want to bring them back to reality, to correct their misunderstandings. But trust me, arguing will only lead to more frustration and agitation for both of you. Instead of saying, "No, that didn't happen," try validating their feelings. "That sounds like it was important to you," or "I can see why you might think that." Remember, it's not about winning an argument. It's about preserving their dignity and fostering a sense of peace. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do is to redirect the conversation gently. If they're fixated on a past event that's causing them distress, steer them towards a happier memory or a familiar activity. Remember, empathy is your greatest ally in these situations. Step into their shoes, try to understand their world, and meet them with compassion and understanding. It's about letting go of the need to be right and embracing the opportunity to connect on an emotional level. Dementia can significantly impair short-term memory, but emotions, those tend to linger. Your loved one may not remember what they had for breakfast, but they'll remember how it made them feel. This is why it's crucial to shift your communication focus from facts and figures to feelings and emotions. Instead of getting caught up in correcting inaccurate details, try to tune into the emotions behind their words. If they're expressing fear, sadness, or frustration, validate those feelings. Say things like, "I understand why you're scared," or "It sounds like you're feeling frustrated." Remember, acknowledging their emotions lets them know that they're heard and understood, even if their words don't always make sense. Think of it this way. You're creating a safe space for emotional expression. By focusing on their feelings, you're fostering connection and building trust. It's about meeting them where they are emotionally and offering comfort and reassurance. And in those moments of connection, you'll find that facts fade into the background. What truly matters is the emotional bond you share. It's a powerful reminder that even in the face of memory loss, the language of emotions remains a powerful force. You know how hard it is to concentrate when there's a lot of noise and commotion around you? It's the same for individuals with dementia. In fact, a busy, stimulating environment can be overwhelming and disorienting for them. That's why it's crucial to create a calm and peaceful environment for communication. Think of it as setting the stage for successful interaction. Minimize distractions. Turn off the TV, dim the lights, and find a quiet corner where you can focus on each other. A calm environment helps reduce anxiety and allows your loved one to focus on your words and nonverbal cues. It's about creating a sanctuary where they feel safe and secure, a space where communication flows more easily. Remember, it's not just about external noise. It's also about creating a sense of emotional calmness. Approach the conversation with a gentle demeanor, a soft tone of voice, and a patient heart. By creating this haven of tranquility, you're fostering an environment where connection can thrive. It's a gift you give not only to your loved one, but to yourself as well. As dementia progresses, short-term memory loss can become increasingly challenging. Your loved one may ask the same questions repeatedly or forget instructions soon after you've given them. It's easy to get frustrated, but remember, this is the disease, not them. Instead of getting annoyed, embrace patience and repetition. Think of it as a loving act of kindness. When they ask the same question again and again, answer with the same patience and gentleness as you did the first time. Use the same tone of voice, the same words, the same warmth in your eyes. Remember, they're not intentionally trying to frustrate you. Their brain is simply struggling to retain information. Repetition can be comforting for individuals with dementia. It provides a sense of familiarity and predictability in a world that often feels confusing and disorienting. So, embrace repetition as a way to show love and support. And remember, even if they forget what you said moments later, the feeling of being heard and understood will linger. It's those little moments of connection that make all the difference. Caring for someone with dementia can be challenging, but it's also incredibly rewarding. Remember, every smile, every laugh, every moment of connection matters. By approaching communication with empathy, patience, and understanding, you're not just conveying information, you're conveying love. You're showing your loved one that they're valued, respected, and cared for, even in the face of this disease. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more caregiving tips and support from Morningstar Care Services Corp. We're here to help you navigate the journey of dementia care with compassion and expertise. Need help caring for a loved one with dementia? Contact us today by visiting our website at www.morningstarks.com.